I'm Alan.
I'm Alyssa.
This is New York Magazine's Eat Cheap.
It's a great time to be broke and hungry in New York City. For $22, this is a really impressive plate of food.
The quality of the food is so great. So even though it's a cheap eat, a $20 pizza, you're not skimping on the ingredient cost. It's something that you really can't get anywhere else.
It's not even like to eat cheap, you have to go to a dive anymore.
$12, yeah.
Not that you are dirt cheap, but for what you're getting, it is a bargain.
Those are kind of the best.
Careful with that, right? It's not 1,000 degrees, but 600 will hurt you a little bit.
More than any other food, I think pizza really is the quintessential New York cheap eat. It's not what you get in Rome. It's not what you get in Naples. It's what you get on Bleecker Street. It's what you get in Brooklyn. And those are very different things, and those are kind of the best.
Chefs are working hard to up their game with funky pizzas, wacky pizzas, deep fried pizzas, and there's anything you want basically in the form of a pizza right now.
It's really transformed from that corner slice joint, what people thought of as New York style pizza. And now you think about New York pizza, what does that even mean? You have all of these new places opening, you have all of these new ways to approach, all these new chefs kind of coming, over from Italy, importing their ovens. And now, is that New York pizza? Is it still like Famous Ray's?
What about the $1 slice?
It's not the $1 slice.
The $1 slice could be considered a New York pizza experience, because what costs the dollar?
One style that we're seeing a lot of is deep fried pizza, and one of the places that's doing it best is La Montanara. They're deep frying their dough before they put it in the oven. They take the dough, they fry it, it gets really light, really soft, really fluffy, then they top it, then they put it in the oven for this totally different texture and experience that is really out of this world.
I'm Giulio Adriani, this is Porcella. We specialize in fried pizza. We became famous in the city because of the introduction of Montanara pizza. Montanara, as you know, is the deep fried pizza that we do here in Porcella. Actually, it's something that we were doing it in Napoli a long time ago.
They have the pizzelle di nonna. It's basically like 2 fried pizza puffs. They take the dough, they deep fry it, and then they just splash it with a beautiful tomato sauce, some fresh cheese, some basil, and it's heaven.
Pizza is so big right now that one of New York's Michelin-starred chefs is even trying his hand at it down in the East Village at Nicoletta. We're here at Nicoletta Pizzeria in the East Village. I'm with Chef Bill and Chef Ben, and we're gonna be making some pizza. I know that there's a lot of talk about what style pizza this is, what the inspirations are. It's coming from a lot of different places, so talk me through how you got to where you are with your dough.
I don't know if we have enough camera time for that, but you're absolutely right. This is an evolution here. We kind of came up with maybe like a hybrid pizza. But I mean, basically that's it though. And we found out really that it's very hard. It's not an easy thing to make.
You guys both have fine dining backgrounds.
Right.
You're really approaching this pizza from that kind of Michelin-starred kitchen place.
We take our pizza here seriously. We want to make sure that all our clientele will get pizza that people deserve.
New York takes its pizza seriously, right?
Very seriously. A lot of critics, a lot of experts in New York City, and we have a lot of people that we want to try and satisfy.
We're going to make our calabrese pizza, which is kind of slowly becoming our traditional pizza here at Nicoletta, which is exciting for us. We roll our dough out, we put a little bit of a garlic oil down first, and then we add a little bit of a grated cheese, which has a little bit of a dried oregano in there, which gives it a nice little flavor to it. We add a little bit of fennel sausage all the way around the surface of the pizza, so we kind of cover every little part of that. Then we add some nice grande or Wisconsin mozzarella cheese, and then we put on some fresh pepperoni. Really try to put a lot on there, so we're going after the oils of that pepperoni. So typically the sauce depth would go more on the bottom, on the top of the dough. We added the cheese down first. It kind of creates a little bit of a barrier between the dough and the sauce. So we just like the way that texture of the dough comes out better by doing that.
And also the sauce just goes on the bottom too, with the idea of the fat from the pork sauce kind of going into the crust as well.
Right, it helps that flavor travel a little bit.
And then just finish with a little bit of shaved red onion. Has a certain amount, a little bit of a crunch. The onion gives it a nice little sweetness to it with all that meat on there. Some people like onion, some people don't. Whether you're a lover or not, it works very well with this.
And there's a little bit of bite to contrast the fat.
Exactly.
So even though it's a cheap eat, a $20 pizza, you're not skimping on the ingredient quality.
Yeah, without a doubt, the ingredients, we do not skimp on those.
You can't feel it, but my back is sweating. It is really hot back here in this oven.
That's about a 600-degree oven. There's a Italian brick kind of all on the bottom, and if you can get it, it's in the back, it's on the sides, and it's on the top as well. It gives heat sources from side, top, bottom, and allows the pizza to kind of cook evenly that way.
How many months of trial and error and testing went into this before you could even open the doors and say, we're ready to go, we're ready to sell some pizza to the public?
We probably played with it on and off, but pretty consistently for a good 18 months. before we brought it to this restaurant. You kind of take a little peek, and that's what we test on. We look underneath. And we like these nice little burn marks here a little bit. You see all these bubbles. I mean, that's what we want. You know, that gives it just that flavor. And then you just have it there, and there she is.
You can smell the tomato and the onion and the pork as soon as it comes out of the oven, so I can't wait to give this a try. Let's just look at that. That's the true test right there.
Careful with that, right? It's not 1,000 degrees, but 600 will hurt you a little bit, maybe.
That's fantastic. There's a lot more going on here than your typical slice joint. You've got about 8 flavors all sort of working in harmony together. As opposed
that's the key right there. I appreciate that's the end result, no doubt. The difference between this in between like a thin and in between a thick. We're kind of developing our own little style. I'm gonna take a bite too.
Yeah.
I think after seeing this sitting.
Every day, there's a new pizza place popping up. Nicoletta, one of the best. Come on down, it's East Village, it's great.
Subscribe to Hungry and feed your food obsession.